Hello, my name is Roger Slade. I live on the northeast side, and I just had a couple things that I wanted to go over. And I have more information. I have a website. It's just my name, rogerslade.com, because there's a lot. I need more than 5 minutes. First off, I wanted to revisit quickly my concerns with the LED street lights. If any one of us were to drive down the street with our high beams on, there's a pretty good chance we get pulled over and ticketed. But at the same time, the city installed thousands of new LED lights that are so bright they cause temporary blindness. I had this happen to me last week when I was driving. If you look directly at them, guaranteed retinal damage long term. And that's one reason I do everything I can not to drive at night anymore. And I hope the officers working after dark are aware of the harm being done to them directly and the city workers. And this is no doubt going to cause more accidents as well. I also want to mention that since October, I haven't heard anything from the city, the DOT, or Alliant regarding the purple and blue lights. So I'm going to assume that this is just a permanent thing with the lights, and the reason we have thousands more lights is an attempt to save energy and meet your climate action goals. I've also posted on my site a link to some information explaining the fake data being used to support the climate action plan to bring carbon to zero by 2050. And we're all carbon-based, by the way. So when you say that, that's a direct attack on every one of us. One method of attack, of course, is putting fluoride in our drinking water. I know this has been going on for a while, but that doesn't make it acceptable. I hope everybody's listening to this over there. I reached out to the city asking why we have fluoride in our water, and the only explanation I got was the same statement, which is in the magazine you sent out. Also, same statement from 2007 that says fluoride is added during the treatment process to help prevent dental cavities. I'm not sure why they're so concerned about dental cavities that you just didn't send out toothbrushes to everybody in the community. So take note, fluoride, it's not a water treatment. It's meant to treat people in the city, young and old, with zero medical informed consent. Reached out to the water department. They have yet to provide any MSDS information. So again, I had to do my own research, and I did find similar MSDS that had a note stating prolonged or repeated exposure of fluoride compounds may cause fluorosis. Fluorosis is characterized by skeletal changes consisting of hardening of the abnormal density of the bone, softening of bones, and discoloration of the enamel of the teeth, if exposed occurred during the enamel formation. Symptoms may include bone and joint pain, limited range of motion. Conditions of aggravated by exposure may include skin and respiratory disorders. So there's another indicator of where our RSV issues are coming from. Also note that on the MSDS I read, this is typically for the handler of the chemical, so they don't get injured, but the MSDS mentions exposure during the enamel formation, which is only for kids in development stages. So as far as I know, there's no kids working at the water treatment plant. This warning is specifically for the end user, and of course, we're not given this information. We don't even know what the safe dosage is for this drug. And just like any pharmaceutical product, here's a few side effects. Fluoride inactivates 62 enzyme, increases the aging process, disrupts the immune system, causes genetic damage, interrupts DNA repair, increases arthritis, causes depression, skin conditions, increases the chances of cancer and tumors, also an irritant to the thyroid, and the list goes on. And again, we have the right to informed consent for medication. What you're doing right now, no doctor could do, or they would lose their license. Right now, the city is putting a chemical and poison in our water, covering it up by stating that it's the best tasting in Iowa. Again, you can find more details, rogerslade.com. I still request somebody reach out to me and provide information on this. I'm going to pass out a copy that I have here of a warning label. It's for kids' fluoride toothpaste for your reference. You'll notice on there I highlighted it for you, the statements about contacting poison control if swallowed. So if you choose to swallow your own toothpaste, that's your business, but don't force it down everybody else's throat. Best tasting water in Iowa is great for bragging rights, but not at the expense of our health. I know, Mayor, you mentioned that we have a growing, thriving city, but we need to grow more than our hospitals.